What should we do to prevent projecting our fears onto our partners or loved ones?
Well, I don't think you can prevent. You probably have to acknowledge the fear and then bring it to surface and take a good look at it. And probably put yourself in a situation of gratitude towards our fears, because our fears are in many ways are our best friends. Because with the energy field that we call fear, we have an opportunity to check out things that are not quite in balance within ourselves. And so life orchestrates relationships and events and circumstances in order for those fears to unfold, to come to surface, so that we can acknowledge them and recognize them. Usually with the recognition, just with the recognition, already the fear it could be vanish. But sometimes we have to dig a little bit deeper. So life, what happens is that we express a desire or a vision or an intent that either comes from fear or from love. But whether it is from love or from fear, we express an intent, and then the energy start to move, and there is a situation that start to be in motion towards the realization of such vision. And so when that happens, of course, life, or some people call your higher self, some people call your universe, or whatever terminology you want to use, to me is just still us from a broader level of appreciation. But life or source, in order to say yes to your intent and your vision and deliver to you, has to bring to surface from your within everything that is incongruent with such vision, is in contrast with such vision, such intent. And so that fear or that contrast, it might remain dormant for many years or for all your life. If you are a person that doesn't have any wish and any intent, and you kind of stay on the sameness all the time, then of course you are not shaking your tree, and so life has no reason to bring to surface your hidden fears, and so your hidden fears remain in a state of dormant position. And many people point out that these people that are in this kind of sameness energy offer, many people point at these people as happy. In reality, the reason that they are happy is because they are not really challenging themselves. And so, not challenging themselves, they don't get a chance to do what we are here for, which is to expand our heart through our creativity and through our imagination. By how? By looking at anything within us that doesn't belong or is incongruent with our heart desire. So the person that has been approaching life in a dormant or semi-dormant way, if decide to wake up and started to go deeper into his visions, his desires, his intents, his purpose, and decide to ask those questions: what makes me happy? What gives me joy? What is it that I am special about? What are my gifts? In the moment that he or she asks that question, it starts to move energy. And then, of course, it will start to eventually to move towards a more and more, increasingly more clear idea of what are the answer to those questions. And with that, visions will start to manifest, intents will start to manifest, desire will start to manifest. And as soon we start to have desires, intents, and wishes, and we start to move towards the crystallization of such intents, desires, and wishes, then that's when life will start to bring to surface, if there is any, those fears that are in between, are in an obstacle to the realization of such wish, desire, and intent. Mm-hmm. So let's say that I have the desire, it can be any desire, a creative desire to bring into my life something. It can be a beautiful relationship, for example. Let's say I want to manifest a lover, and I have this vision that we are in a beautiful state of joy, and our hearts are open, and we are co-creating together. We feel oneness, and so I have this vision, and with my energy field I start to feed, create waves of creative energy, and so life and source start to respond to it. Well, the first thing that life has to do is to say, okay, yes, because life always say yes to you. Source always say yes to you. So it will say, yes, here, I want to give it to you. But for you, in order to receive what you just asked, you need to get rid of stuff that doesn't allow you to see what you ask for. Because you are not, with frequencies, with your vibrational offer is not matching the frequencies of what you desire. And so many times we are very surprised that we wish something and all this stuff comes to us that kind of shake our trees very, very intensely sometimes.
But isn't it also so that when we in a way manifest, then let's say that relationship that we envisioned, that there must be some kind of a same frequency in order to have that or to manifest that in our lives?
No, I think you can envision something that is not a match of your vibrational offer. Mm-hmm. In fact, that's what dream is, that's what imagination is, that's what desire is. Something that is not quite here. And the only reason why something is not here is because you are not vibrationally a match to that something that you want to be here.
So it cannot show up then?
No, if if that which you wish is a perfect match of your frequencies, it will manifest instantly. Or it will not manifest because your higher self, for lack of better word, does not agree with it. Don't think that is appropriate to your journey. Now all this seems to be the mechanic of how things work, but we also have to take consideration that this world is pretty messed up. And so this would be very clear and simple, in my opinion, if we were in a world that was as it was designed at the moment of its conception. Yes. But at this point, more and more people are realizing that there has been a great amount of distortion on the earthly experience, and therefore these formulas are kind of shaking. They are kind of not accurate and make things even more difficult, because the whole orchestration of how it was supposed to be our physical journey, our earthly experience, is being manipulated in ways that we're not supposed to. It's like if we decide to play a game together. Let's say we play, I don't know, we play tennis, me and you, and we know that there are certain rules. And we know that we have a ball that responds to gravity in a certain way. We have a net that creates a certain obstacle. We have our strength and our senses, and so with fun and joy we start the game, and we're looking forward to the challenges of the game, because that's what makes it fun, right? But if all of a sudden you start to play and the ball is like 10 kilos heavy, or when it bounces, it goes it doesn't respect the laws, original law of gravity, but it bounces in different ways, or maybe the racket is not functioning properly, or you don't see straight, or then now what it was supposed to be a fun game, now all of a sudden become a kind of an unpleasant situation, because the original rules and well configured and lovingly configured regulations of the game has been altered in a quite malicious way, and so now is what it was supposed to be fun and challenging but fun, now is becoming painful and annoying sometimes, and frustrating some other time, and not clear. I don't even know where. I cannot even see my opposite player. Where is the net? It's foggy now. It's all these turbulences that have been artificially created, but they were not supposed to be there. That's why we are in such a state of confusion sometimes, because we have a wish, and life should give us the challenges, and then we overcome the challenges, and we get the wish. It should be very simple, the formula, but it's not like that anymore. I suspect the reason why it's not like that is because the formula has been polluted with a lot of artificially created, not healthy challenges. Still, we are so powerful, we as humans are so incredibly powerful, that despite the incredible amount of distorted situation that we are experiencing, we still find a way to play the game, and actually sometimes we even find a way to have fun with the game. And that proves how powerful we are as humans.
But before we start the game, we can figure out, okay, well, the racket is not really working, the ball is not properly doing it's foggy, and then maybe you can decide, well, probably it's not a good idea to play this game right now.
Yeah, and that's where I suspect that the deception gets started. At the moment when we accept the curriculum, there is a lot of deceiving information and a lot of things that we do not know.
Mhm.
We do not know really what we sign up for at the moment we come into this physical experience. I have that feeling. I cannot prove it. I cannot say that it's true because it's just a gut feeling.
Mhm.
But until now, navigating this physical experience, many times I feel like something is fishy here. I don't think that this is what the primer universal creator intended. And as we progress in 2017, 18 and so on, we see that there are more and more growing evidences that we have been manipulated even before the incarnation.
So we cannot like we will get manipulated anyhow. We cannot uh, how do you say transcend it, or is there a way to get out of that?
Yeah, we are getting out as we awaken, as we start to
Right.
remember, and yes, we are here to stop this distorted game and stop this tremendous amount of suffering that it wasn't supposed to occur. And so we are here, and very few we all come here also with that intent, but many of us, because the intensity of the distortion, get lost in the game. The fear and the anxiety and the separations and all this stuff really put us in a deeper level of forgetfulness. But some of us, and this number is increasingly increasing by the day right now, are not forgetting, and they are aware that they are here to stop this mess. And I think things are happening very fast right now.
So there's not really a way to prevent projecting our fears onto others. Just becoming aware of them. That's what you basically say, right?
Well, if you can prevent only if you are aware of the fear.
Right.
But often when we express a wish, we create the wonderful chance to become aware of fear that we didn't know were there. So in that case, we cannot prevent, but we can fully welcome them and fully embrace them, and not actually be grateful to the circumstance or the individual that has, with his own presence and his response to our vibrational offer, has created an opportunity to trigger this fear, so that we can look at them and we can become responsible to it.
Right.
So the whole process is wonderful, and the only way to prevent is to be aware of it. But if you are aware of it, hopefully you will choose to work on them before attract an individual to co-create with you, right?
So you believe that we have to become first fully aware before we enter in any kind of relationship? Or can relationship in that case can be the right trigger for us to become aware? So what is it? Or we have to become aware first before we get into a relationship, or or the relationship becomes the trigger so that we become aware?
Yeah, I think both. I think it's both.
For example, a fear of abandonment, let's say.
Yeah. If you are aware that you have a fear of abandonment, then if you are able to be 100% humble and honest, then you inform the lover that you have chosen that you are in that situation, and then it will be up to the lover to say, okay, don't worry, I hold the space for you, I'll support, I'll try to help you. Or he will say, no, it's not really my cup of tea, I really wanted to deal with a lover that already is overcome these fears, because that's what I think I deserve. I deserve a person that doesn't have fear. So, but the honesty, and it's very difficult. It seems like many people, when they are scared, there is fear, they have very much hard time to admit that they are in a state of fear.
Well, I guess also you're not always aware of it.
Right. So back to the idea, when you are not aware, then you are not aware, and then whatever is been orchestrated by life, it will be perfectly functioning, because it will bring you the awareness of fear, so that you can do something about it.
Yeah.
But if you are aware, then you have to be 100% honest with yourself. And either you say, okay, I'm going to try to work out these fears before I engage someone in my vibrational field, or I engage someone, but I let him know that I have this fear, and say, hey, I have this fear. I really love you. I really like to be your lover, but I have this fear. Is it okay for you? Are you willing to endure all the stress and contraction that I will probably project on you at the moment, in certain moments, because I'm still progressing into this fear, and I need to look at it, I need to work on it, and then it will be up to the potential lover that you have chosen to choose. But very few people have this kind of clarity and honesty.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They try, because they feel so much excitement and love, attraction. I wouldn't say love, attraction for the opposite lover, that they don't want to get deeper into that, because they are afraid to lose the lover that they attract. Yeah. And so, but now we are in a stage. While before it was acceptable, all this, and now we are at a stage of the evolution where we need to have the courage to be brutally honest with us. I mean, really, really deeply honest with us at any opportunity we have. And that's an act of courage that we have to endure.